Shields up, Iron Breakers. Rurikhan here, coming at you with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Monster Hunter World. More specifically, we're going to be talking about melding. I've received quite a number of requests to cover this particular feature of the game, and since I'm going to be using it myself to meld a couple of gems, I might as well talk about it now. So before we actually go around and talk with the Elder Melder and I show you guys all of the options that you have available to you, something that you should definitely do is remove all of the decorations from all the pieces of gear where you might have decorations equipped. Now this is important because there's going to be an option in the Elder Melder where you can actually use decorations to trade in and gamble for newer decorations, and the Elder Melder is not going to be able to detect which decorations you have in total if they are equipped onto gear pieces. So the decorations that you have on a piece of gear are not going to show up in the Elder Melder, which is why it's important that you remove all of them. Now, before you do this, if you want to save your set, always remember that you can save your set by going to change equipment, pressing the options button or the start button if you are on an Xbox, and then selecting a loadout, hitting triangle, and this will save it will save your armor, it will save your weapon, it will save all of your decoration slots in that specific gear set, so that when you want to re-equip the decorations onto that gear set, you can just come to loadouts and load that back up, okay? You might want to do that before you remove all of your gems from all of your gear pieces, just throwing that out there. Now, how do you go ahead and remove all of the decorations from all of your gear pieces? Well, if you're going to set decorations, current equipment, you'll notice that we have 3 decorations equipped here. I just equipped a bunch of random stuff for the purpose of this video. If you hit triangle, you're going to remove that, but there will still be gems equipped on other pieces of gear. Like if we look here, we press X on any of those slots and you go to the left side, you'll notice we have a Poison Coat Jewel level 3 equipped on a Gun Lance. We have a Sleep Coat Jewel level 3 equipped on a Switch Axe, and we have a couple of more things spread throughout the game. So, in order for you to go ahead and unequip those, the fastest way, in my opinion, to do so is get yourself a piece of gear that has a tier 3 slot. Like in my case, I can use this Dragon King eye patch that I have equipped. Equip that piece of gear if it's not equipped yet, and then you can go ahead and hit X and you can select every single gem that you have available to you and just equip stuff on that Dragon King eye patch. So for starters, I'll start by equipping this Poison Coat Jewel. This will be removed from the other piece of the equipment and placed onto this one. Perfect, that's exactly what I want. So now I have a Poison Coat Jewel here. Now you're going to hit X again. You're not even going to waste time removing that one, and you're just going to equip something else, because by equipping something else there, it's going to just unequip the Poison Coat Jewel. So we'll go ahead, we're going to equip the Sleep Coat Jewel. Boom. So it's going to remove it, and then we're going to do that again one last time. And now the only thing left that is equipped is this Pep Jewel level 1 that I equipped on the Dragon King eye patch, at which point you hit remove, and boom. Now if we take a look at our decorations list, there is nothing left that is equipped onto anything, okay? You guys will understand as we move forward with the Elder Melding process exactly why I had to do that. Now, let's take a look at the Elder Melder options. When you speak with the Elder Melder, you're going to be presented with 3 options: meld items, meld decorations, and first YVarian Ritual. We're going to start with meld items. Now, in meld items, I know I opened this up and there's a bunch of stuff on screen. You're like, Jesus Christ, so many goddamn things. But it is actually very easy for you to figure this out if you just think of it like this. Left side is the items that you want to get, or the services that the Elder Melder is providing to you. Right side is the materials that you have for trading with the Elder Melder in order to get the stuff on the left side. Okay, so say for instance, for a very basic example, I want a Mega Potion. Okay, what's the price for the Mega Potion? Because there's points here, points there, points everywhere. The green points are research points. So that particular Mega Potion is going to cost 20 points, but not just. If you look to the middle of the screen, there's also a thing there that says melding points needed. So it's going to cost you 20 research points as well as 10 melding points. So how do I get those 10 melding points? Well, if I select Mega Potion, if I select Mega Potion here, you'll notice that it now takes you to the right side. This is where you're going to decide which items you want to trade for, okay? And in this specific case, for instance, I have iron ore, macalite ore, all this stuff. So I could essentially give 5 pieces of iron ore, since each piece of iron ore is worth 2 points. I could give 5 of those in order to trade with the Mega Potion, okay? Or if I want to, I can also give 2 pieces of Macalite ore and then 1 piece of iron ore in order to get the melding points I need. As a matter of fact, if you select these items here, it will automate, it will update in real time. So say I want to give 1 Macalite ore, 2 Macalite ore, and then it's like, well, if I go for 3, it's going to be going over. But it's okay, you can go over and you can get more than 1 potion if you want to. It's completely up to you. But let's say you just want to get 1 potion, right? Well, you can go 2 of these, 1 of these, boom, there's your potion, there's your 10 points. So naturally, you're not really going to be using this to trade for mega potions. This was just for me to show you a very basic example of how the item melder works, okay? So, what are the materials that you could potentially want to trade for then? Well, you might want to go here and let's say, for instance, you want a Rathian Spike. Okay, well, Rathian Spike's going to cost you 100 points in research points as well as 100 melding points. But she's only going to trade Rathian Spikes for steel Wyverian prints. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, these Wyverian prints, you can usually get these by completed the weekly quests and the weekly events and stuff like that. So I did a video on that, which I will be showing like on one of the top corners if you guys want to check that out, what's up with the weekly quests and whatnot. But every Thursday, there's a new batch of weekly quests that you can do, and if you complete those, you usually get the steel Wyverian prints, silver Wyverian prints, and if you complete all of them, you can even get a gold Wyverian print, okay? But say if you wanted a Rathian Spike Plus, well, you can just hit that. That would cost you 200 research points as well as a steel Wyverian print, because it's going to cost 100 melding points. Each steel Wyverian print is worth 100 melding points. You could just go like that. You could melt, boom, Rathian Spike Plus, no problem. But even Rathian Spike Plus, I mean, you can kill Rathians pretty easy. It shouldn't really be a problem, so why should I use this, right? But if you keep going, oh, there's plates. Now, plates are a little bit more interesting, but what else can we get? Oh, the Wyvern Gem. That's going to cost you 300 points in research points and 100 points in melding points, but she's only going to trade those for the gold Wyverian print. Now, I have 3 of them, so this is 3 weeks worth of doing weekly quests, okay? So keep that in mind. Let's say if I wanted the Wyvern Gem, I could just go over here, get one of these gold Wyverian prints, boom, done. Get 1 Wyvern Gem. Or maybe I want 2 Wyvern Gems. Maybe I want 3. You know, you can trade these in, get those Wyvern Gems, which are pretty rare. So it is useful. But the very basics of Elder Melding, just remember, it's like left side is the things she's offering me. Right side is the things that I have for trade. If you do not have anything on the right side, it means you do not have the material that she wants to trade you for. These materials on the rarer items are usually gold Wyverian prints, silver Wyverian prints, and then steel Wyverian prints for the weaker stuff, okay? And again, the most efficient way that I found of getting these Wyverian prints is doing those weekly quests. As a matter of fact, I don't know if there's any other way of getting these Wyverian prints. So there you go. That's how you do meld items. Another important aspect of item melding is if you notice when you are at the main menu of the Elder Melder, on the right-hand side, there's a section there that says Bonus Ingredients Brute Wyverns. What that means is that when you are in the process of melding these items to get something that you want, I'm going to go for a more advanced item like a Mega Demon Drug here. If you use materials from Brute Wyverns, they're going to be worth 50% more points than they would regularly. So this Baroth scalp over here is actually going to be worth a lot more than usual, as well as Fertile Mud, because these come from a Baroth, which is a Brute Wyvern. So keep this in mind when you are doing item melding, and make sure to use materials that are worth more, because it's going to save you a couple of points in the long run. So now let's take a look at meld decorations, okay? So if you go to meld decorations, once again, just like the item melding, you have the left side, which are these things that the Elder Melder is offering to you, or the things that you want, and the right side, which are the things that you want to trade for. Now, this is the reason why I wanted you guys to completely empty out all of your gear sets of decorations, so that the Elder Melder can actually detect all of the decorations that you have available to you for trading, okay? So, now let's say, for instance, there's a bunch of jewels in here. These are some very basic jewels. Like, in order to get the really advanced jewels, you're going to have to do a little bit of a gambling thing here, which I will show you guys after we go through decoration melding. But let's say you want to get a blaze jewel, a fire attack skill gem, which is something very basic, right? You're going to go ahead and you're going to say, okay, so this is 1,000 research point as well as 100 melding points. And then once you hit that, it's going to tell you, okay, which other decorations do you want to trade for? Okay, and at this point, I'm going to call out your attention to a spreadsheet that I found online. This was made by MuskratTuck. I believe I found this somewhere on Reddit. Thank you very much, MuskratTuck, for doing this particular spreadsheet. It's very useful for people that are trying to figure out how high you can stack certain decorations. So ultimately, since you can do different sets for all the different decorations that you have, you only ever need to have enough decorations to completely stack up a skill. If you're someone like me who wants to collect all the decorations to the point where I can stack up any skill without necessarily having that skill in my armor set, okay? So if you look at this spreadsheet and you look, for instance, Antidote Jewel over here, poison resistance skill. You go to the poison resistance and it's going to tell you on the spreadsheet that this poison resistance, you can stack it up to 3 times for its full effect. And since I only have 3 of them, I probably don't want to get rid of them just yet. I'm going to scroll a little bit further down. We got this Defense Lock Jewel 1, of which I have 10. Probably this is not going to require 10 defense lock jewels in order to get maximum effect of this decoration. So let's take a look. This is the Iron Skin skill. And if we take a look, you only need 3 of them. That means that 7 of these gems you can essentially trade for because they are just straight up surplus. And then you could get additional gems elsewhere to go ahead and get the remainder of the melding points needed in order to get this. So like, for instance, Vitality Jewel. This increases your health boost skill. If we take a look at health boost on the spreadsheet, we can see that you only ever need 3 of them, so you can go ahead and trade enough of these to get yourself a gem. Okay, so that's how you're going to be trading this stuff. This spreadsheet is going to be important. I'm going to link it in the description so that you guys can go and look at it whenever you are doing this stuff, so that you know how high each of these decorations goes towards the cap. And if you want to get rid of stuff like, say, oh dude, but I'm never going to use Antidote Jewels, be my guest. Me personally, I like to save all the jewels until I have enough to stack up a decoration to its maximum effect. And using the spreadsheet, you can check out what that maximum effect is. Okay, so that is how melding decorations work. I'm not going to melt any of these decorations because I really don't have any interest in any of them right now. And then we have the first YVarian Ritual. Okay, so the YVarian Ritual is a little bit of a slot machine here. And the way it's going to work is you're going to need these special ingredients that you're going to be getting when you get to high rank and when you start getting into tempered monster hunts. That is when these stream stones are really going to start showing up. So the Spire Sorcery is going to create a mysterious face stone. So this is going to give you the tier 1 of decorations, which again, if you look to the spreadsheet, you can see at the very top it's going to tell you mysterious and glowing. And then you have the glowing ones, and then you have the worn and warped and the warped. So this is Mysterious Face Stone, which means it can contain any of the decorations that you see on the leftmost column of the spreadsheet that I've linked to you guys. Okay. Now, if you go down into Coral Concoction, that is going to require an actual stream stone, and it will create a glowing face stone, which is going to be the second column of gems in the spreadsheet. Okay, and then you have the Strange Stream, which is going to be creating a Worn Face Stone and is going to require a Gleaming Stream Stone. The Worn Face Stone is the highest tier of gems that you can meld, but it is not the highest tier of gems that you can get. Okay, because if you are hunting Tempered Elder Dragons, there's actually one above that, which is a Warped Face Stone, which is even more powerful, has even better decorations that you can get from it. But essentially the way that this is going to work is you have to keep something in mind, which is these stream stones, these are also used for augmenting your armor beyond the original limits. Okay, so if you have to basically make a decision. Do I want to gamble for a chance of me getting better decorations, or do I want to use these stream stones to upgrade my armor? Or maybe you fully upgrade your armor before you come here and you start gambling these stream stones away. Okay, so just keep that in mind. These stream stones also used to augment your armor. Okay, now I'm going to be doing one of these things, which is going to be for the Gleaming Streamstone, because these are the types of decorations that I currently need. So I'll be doing one of these to show you guys how this works. So for starters, this is going to use one of my Gleaming Streamstones, and it is also going to cost me 400 research points, as you can see there on the left-hand side. And to top it off, once I start this process, I'm going to need 36 melding points to get one decoration. Now, since I'm going to use one Gleaming Streamstone, I'll want to maximize as much as I can get out of that Gleaming Streamstone. So ideally, I will want to get 108 melding points in order to get the most out of this particular transaction. Now, since I'm a collector, I want to make sure that I do not trade decorations to which I haven't gotten their skill cap yet. So each of these decorations is providing you with a certain skill. And in order to max out that skill, you're going to need a certain number of decorations. That's what that needed for full effect column means. That means that in order to get like the full effect of Antidote, which is the poison resist skill, you're going to need 3 of these decorations, which is why I'm never going to trade any of these Antidote decorations unless I have more than 3. But say, for instance, if you look at the Defense Lock Jewel right here, which goes for the Iron Skin skill, this only requires 3 in order to get the maximum effect. And since I have 10 in my item box, I'm going to go ahead and trade in 7 of these, which are going to get me started on my first gem for the first Wyverian Ritual that I'm doing here. Then we got Earplugs. Now, I already know that Earplugs goes up to 5, and since I only have 3 of them, I'm not going to be trading that. Then we have Wind Resist Jewel. I don't actually know how far this goes. This goes for Windproof Skill. Windproof Skill requires 5 for full effects. We're not going to trade that. We got Footing Jewel, which increases Tremor Resistance Skill. Now, the maximum of this is 3, and I only have 3, so I'm not going to touch that. Attack Jewel, definitely not going to touch that. Defense Jewel, I only have 1. That's probably not going to max it out. Vitality Jewel, we have 6 of those. Let's see how much we can get out of the Health Boost skill. So Health Boost skill caps out at 3. Therefore, we can trade in 3 of these. And we already have our first gem. We're going to need 20 more points to get our second gem, so we're going to keep going down the list. Now, the Fire Resistance skill, I believe it's 3. Let me just double check real quick. Fire Resistance, it is 3. Therefore, since I have 6, I can give away 3 of these. Water Resistance is going to be the same as Fire Resistance, so we can give away 4. We've gotten our second gem. You guys can see that on the middle bottom there. And then we got Ice Resistance. Is going to be the same thing as all the other resistances, so it's going to be 3. Now we're going to move on to the next one. Thunder Resistance, also going to be 3. And then Dragon Resistance, also going to be 3. And we've gotten it, pretty much. We've gotten all of the possible gems that we can get out of this Gleaming Streamstone, so we're going to hit that meld button, and we're going to play the slot machine. Wish me luck, you guys. Here it goes. So it's going to use 1,200 research points, as well as the Gleaming Streamstone, as well as all of the decorations that we've placed in there, and it's going to create 3 items. Hopefully these will be good. It's going to save the data so that you don't save scum, even though you can still do it by using the cloud, but personally I don't do it because I'm not a scumbag. And now we can appraise these gems. We got a Dragon Jewel, which is Dragon Attack. Not bad. Not amazing, but not bad. Then we got a Sleep Coat Jewel, which I really don't need, but whatever, I can trade this in later. And a Gobbler Jewel for Speed Eating, which I also don't need. So hey, we got a Dragon Attack Jewel. It's better than nothing. But essentially, this is how you can make use of the Gleaming Streamstones, and this is how you can make use of all the different services that the Elder Melder provides. Whenever you use one of these Streamstones, I would definitely advise you guys to go ahead and go for the 3 gems, because otherwise you're not really getting full benefit out of it. But yeah, that's the way it works, you guys. Spire Sorcery and Coral Concoction are going to give you weaker decorations. So keep that in mind. You can always look at that particular spreadsheet that I showed you guys earlier. Like I said, there will be a link in the description to that spreadsheet so that you guys can take a look at all the skills available, all the decorations available, all of that stuff to optimize your Elder Melder usage. And if you have any further questions, because I know this stuff can be a little bit complicated, a little bit hard to understand, make sure to ask it in the comment section below. There's plenty of Monster Hunter veterans in there, always checking out the comment sections and trying to help you guys out. I'm checking out the section as well. Always trying to help out you guys, so hopefully this helps you out understand a little bit more about the Elder Melder and knowing how you should go about melding your stuff. And yeah, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.